Hey guys! I'm going to show you how to propagate succulents in this video. So in case you don't know, a succulent is a plant that has really thicker fleshy leaves, and they use those leaves to store water for long periods of time, like their cousin the cactus. And succulents make great houseplants because they're really low maintenance and they have a really striking appearance. You can find them at most home improvement stores, and I got these all at Home Depot. But an actual nursery will give you a much better selection. And the reason I like succulents so much is because you can make a completely new plant from cuttings or leaves from the plants that you already have. So in this video, I'll show you how to propagate succulents and make a really fun DIY arrangement with things that you probably already have lying around your house. First thing you have to do is get your cuttings. So I'm going to use my sharp knife, and you just take the succulent that you want to start with and cut very cleanly the stem of the cutting that you want to start. And then, so that's a cutting. And then to get a leaf off, all you have to do is take the leaf firmly in your hand and wiggle it very carefully, and it should just pop off. And you don't want to break it off anywhere besides where it was touching the stem, or it won't propagate correctly. Step 2 is to take all of the cuttings and the leaves that you have and lay them in a sunny spot for 1 to 3 days until they form a scab. So you can see here, this is one without a scab, and this is one with a scab. Step 3 is to punch holes in your loaf pan if you're doing that. If you're not using a loaf pan and you're just using a pot with holes in the bottom, you can skip this step. But for the loaf pan, it needs to be a really well-draining pot that these are going to go in because they don't like too much water. So you're just going to put the nail wherever you want the hole, hammer it down. Then what we're going to do is take your newspaper and line the bottom so that no soil falls out of those holes. Then all we have to do is pour the potting soil in there. The next step is to take your newly scabbed over succulents, and you want to dip the ends in honey, and the honey will act sort of as food for the succulents as they're starting to grow roots. So then with the ones that you cut, the cuttings, you can just place them directly into the soil. The leaves, on the other hand, when you dip the end in honey, what you're going to do is just lay it on the top of the soil. And it doesn't need to be put into the soil, it will just grow roots towards the soil and leaves towards the sky. Then just take a little bit of water and sprinkle it on the top. Succulents don't like too much water, so you don't have to get them too wet, but you don't want them to be drying out. Rooting will take approximately 4 weeks for you to start to see some progress. So over that time, if you see them starting to dry out, you can just sprinkle some more water on top of them. And now all we do is wait.